welcome to another exciting episode of Wave the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka Mini Wargamer Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka Hey You, Get Off My Lawn. Wave the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and everything under the sun. If you're a first-time viewer, we do a lot of painting talk as well as a lot of what's under the sun, meaning no topics are barred. We'll talk about anything and everything. So, be warned. Of course, if you are attending live, you can ask your questions over in the chat, whichever direction it might be in. And if you aren't able to attend live, you can always ask your questions by emailing me, Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below. You can send me an email. If you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments. Don't send them as links to other sites that, host photos and stuff like that. Don't do that because it's annoying, and oftentimes there's a whole bunch of ads that are running on those things, and so please don't do it. So, send them as attachments. Bing, boom, right? Of course, also in the description below is a link to wavethebrush.com. That is the central hub of all this silliness. That is got the links to all the social medias, the Twitters, the Instagrams, Facebook, and of course the Discord. The Discord's been really fantastic. Been a lot of fun talking to you guys on there. And of course, it's been, we've created a really nice little community in the Discord. So it's been really fantastic. And of course, what's really nice is, seeing you guys all, talking together and just, everybody just having fun and interacting and, and helping each other out and, getting together for games and things like that. So it's really awesome. And I'm really glad it was started. And of course, that was a young viewer, Aqua, who had suggested it early on, a year ago, 2 years ago. I don't know how long we had the Discord going. A little while now, I think. Anyway, wavethebrush.com also has links to t-shirts. If you want to get yourself a t-shirt, look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world, they're wearing a Wave the Brush t-shirt. Of course, for everybody who's purchased a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your t-shirt and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also on wavethebrush.com. You'll see the little linkies on the top things, the little link, you click the internet talk. What's that stuff? Anyway. So, and I like adding to the shrine because, it's all about you guys and, it's a lot of fun. I just, of course, also, wavethebrush.com also has links for patron support. And, big thank you to all my patrons who currently support me and everybody who's considering supporting me. I only ever charge per episode of Wave the Brush. So I do produce other videos, but, I only ever charge for Wave the Brush. And of course, what is generated helps, pay for services and things of that nature and equipment upgrades and, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun and it's been really great. And I want a big thank you to all my patrons. And of course, everybody else out there, who, might not be able to support monetarily. Well, liking, thumbing up and subscribing and following and all that stuff, it all helps. And of course, sharing the video is a big one. And of course, when you do subscribe, click the bell so you get notified when this stuff comes on so that we can all, enjoy this hobby together. Big thank you, of course, to Guymere Alfer, a.k.a. Carl, a.k.a. Beer and Blood Bowl. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out. Beer and Blood Bowl. If you love yourself some beer and you love yourself some Blood Bowl, check him out. Good fun. And it looks like he's ramping up for his next season, I think, of Blood Bowl. I seen he just posted something the other day. I wasn't quite paying attention, but yeah. So always a big thank you to him for creating the email jingles before the email segments. He didn't have to, but he did. And so, me love you long time, Carl. And who is joining us today? Which way does my thing go here? Which way's my thing go? Ghost of Starman Deluxe, A Day of the Brush, Eldar Lamborghini, here we go. Vasily Shimko, hi Kris, and Humonkeys. Nice new intro. Thank you, Vasily, aka Basil. Aaron Seach, howdy Kris and fellow monkeys. Ram V, hey ya monkeys, hey ya Kris. Kevin Cabal, good morning all. That rhymes. Ebb and Flow, sup everybody. Sir Peanut Butter, morning peeps. Nit Fink, hello everyone. Dark Commission, hi Kris and monkeys. G Squared, hi everyone. G Squared, what do you think about the Shadowspear box? What do you think about the Shadowspear box? That's the question. What do you think about it? Because, you know, I always forget to leave these things sitting here. So what do you guys think of Shadowspear? Is it fun? Is it exciting? Are you guys excited for brand new Chaos models? Are you guys, you know, going to be picking up a box? I don't know. The new Abaddon might get me into Chaos. Or back into Chaos, I should say. I think I have an old picture of mine. Of my Abaddon. Ooh, man. I wonder if I could find it on this computer. I'm trying to think where the heck it was hosted. Oh, you know what? I'll bet you it's on my blog. My old blog. I still post to my old blog. Riders of the Cosmic Serpent. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly look this up in case I can find it. I didn't start until 09. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be here then. Maybe, possibly, unlikely. Don't know. Maybe if I find it, maybe I'll do it as a Throwback Thursday kind of post, kind of thing. You know. Okay, I just went through all of 09, I believe. Right. Sorry, I'm reminiscing here. No, okay, so I'm trying to think of where the heck I did post that, because I remember posting it somewhere not that long ago. But anyway, if anybody else can find it, it's an old picture. It's Abaddon. I painted him with a green sword, just because, you know, I was doing things different in those days. I wasn't you know, painting things to, you know, how they appear on the box art and stuff like that. I was treading my own path, as it were. I almost bit my tongue there. Oh man. Okay, I'm not gonna find it here. I don't know where the hell I put it. I'm trying to think, where the heck did I post that? Because I know I posted it somewhere somewhat recently. Anyway, I should get a picture of my old Abaddon. Because I know I still have... Oh, you know what? Hold on a sec, folks. Because I still have it on film. Let's see here. Might still have it in ink. Because I took a bunch of pictures at one point. And, yeah, because here's a picture of, like, some old rat skins. No. Here's a picture of my old Dark Reapers and some old terrain I made. This terrain, if anybody remembers the old Citadel box sets, they used to come with that white styrofoam that had, like, 2 little boxes and 1 big box. That's what these buildings were made from. Maybe I'll have to scan these again. My Battlefleet Gothic army. Some of my Battlefleet Gothic terrain. Ooh, here's a fun one. Maybe I'll have to post this one sometime. That's an old pic. I don't even know if you guys can see that properly. Am I even showing that properly? Yeah. Here's another picture of that terrain. So anybody who remembers those foam bits, I was inspired by a White Dwarf article that had shown how to do that. Oh, oh, I thought I did it with a green. So, I did it with green hair. That's what it was. Yeah. So here's a pic of my old Abaddon. There you guys go. So that's my old Abaddon. I believe that's still in my brother-in-law's collection. Yeah, look at this. Here's my Falcon Grav tank. I still have that in my collection. I don't have this model anymore, though. I got rid of that model. The old Avatar. Somebody scooped it up, I believe. I still have this guy in my collection, though. Yeah, I'm reminiscing through some old photos here. Here's old Guardians. I don't know. I don't think I still have these guys. I don't even have that weapons platform, I don't think. But yeah. So anyway. Memories. Misty colored memories. It's a little early in the show to be nostalgic, I think, no? Oh, where was I in these comments here? Clayton Tate, what is up, Mr. Kris? What is up, Clayton Tate? John J, hot damn, it's Saturday. It is Saturday. It's another glorious Saturday. The sun is shining. The air is crisp. It's a good day. What will happen today? Who knows? But it's a good day. Any day alive above the ground is a good day. Aaron Seach, I will pick it up for the Space Marine. For the Space Marine? John J, I'm mostly looking forward to the AOS kill team. Oh, cool. Yeah. Ghost Starman Deluxe, intend to pick up the box. You intend to pick up the box? Yeah. Cool. G Squared, Chaos look great for models, but so expensive. Well, yeah, but that's where we are. Everything's expensive now. What is it? What isn't expensive these days? What isn't? You know? Like, go to the grocery store. Food costs lots. Go get some clothing. Clothing costs lots. You know? This hobby is a luxury, so it costs lots, right? And all hobbies, just about like 99.999% of hobbies cost, you know, because that's what it is. A hobby is a luxury. People who are super busy and, you know, don't have, you know, lives and, you know what I mean, are just, you know, work and, you know, making ends meet, and they don't have hobbies, right? So if you have a hobby, that means you've got spare time on your hands. Derek Luder is glad I could watch the show today. I'm glad you could too. Sir Peanut Butter, new primaries make me want to remove my eyes. You don't like those primaries, dudes? The Reavers with the cloaks? I think those guys look cool. The guys with the backpacks with the big guns? It's pretty cool. It's kind of crazy. It doesn't really, like, I'm old school in the sense that, you know, the jump packs, I mean, for Space Marines, you know, it used to be only close combat dudes had jump packs, right? For getting in and close and, you know, smacking people, right? And, you know, now with the Space Marine jump packs, they're all about the guns. And so I think that kind of leads you down GW's thinking as far as the game is concerned, right? Because 40K favors a lot of ranged combat, and, you know, some armies, like even orcs, who traditionally were a close combat army, right? And even they are out shooting people. Just massive fire, right? But I mean, still, you know. And so, yeah, the game it feels like they're concentrating more and more on shooting type armies, and, you know, Space Marines, like with the jump packs, with the big heavy weapons. I mean, like, before, a jump pack was to get up close and smack somebody down. Now that he's got a heavy weapon, it's not like he's jumping in close with a heavy weapon. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense, right? So, but, I mean, their game, they can do whatever they want. So, yeah, we live with it. Dark Commission, I'm selling all my X-Wing and Armada, getting into Lord of the Rings. Cool. Getting rid of all your X-Wing and Armada, really? 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 Derek Luderus, the same. Ghost Starman Deluxe, gonna model Abaddon with removable arms to please the Gim. Yeah, you can't please the Gim. That's exercise in futility. Because Gim is unpleasable. I shouldn't say that. Gim's a really great guy, but it's hard to make that man happy. Jim White, I'm indifferent about the box set as I play neither faction. Same here. I'm not like I see the Chaos and they look awesome, and I see the Space Marines and they look really cool. As awesome as the Chaos, not so much, because I've always been more Chaos than I am Space Marine. You know, like if I'm If there's a pie graph of my interest in all the armies of 40k, I'm more Chaos than I am Space Marines. So I see the Chaos stuff, and it looks really cool. And the new Abaddon model looks really, really awesome. And, you know, it's hard to say. And, I also like that Havoc with the Gatling gun. It just looks really cool. You know? Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I understand, Jim, like, you know, kind of indifference towards the box set. Because, yeah, I mean, like, but I'm hoping in the near future, I realize it's probably like a year, maybe 2 years out. I want, and I'm sure some of you out there want it, new Eldar sculpts. I want new Phoenix Lords. I want new Aspect Warriors. Maybe a new unit? Maybe a new unit? Is that too much to ask? I think just new sculpts. I'd be happy with just brand new sculpts for Phoenix Lords, for the characters, and for the Aspect Warriors. Especially the Aspect Warriors. Especially if they made the Eldar sculpts just a bit bigger. If you look at like the Autarch, not the Autarch, well, the Autarch with wings, the new sculpt of the Autarch with wings, and you look at the Vizarch from the Unid box set, they're bigger than the Phoenix Lords. The Autarch with wings, he's bigger than Baharoth, who's a Phoenix Lord. And I think, I'll call this right now, I think if they do, or when they do, brand new Phoenix Lords, I think they'll be big. Like, not what's his name there? Big Space Marine dude. Gilliman. Not Gilliman size, but close. Like in between. Like almost like Terminator sized. Like that, you know. They don't have to be that huge. Because the Phoenix Lords, they're not Eldar anymore. They're ghosts. They're just a suit of armor. So that size can change. A Phoenix Lord can be almost any size. If the Avatar can start off as an Eldar who's sacrificed, and then he's this tall, I think a Phoenix Lord who's, you know, who is thousands of Eldar lives over the centuries, millennia, he could be any size as well. And so a Phoenix Lord, I think, would be cool if they were, you know, like Wraithguard sized. I think if they were Wraithguard sized, I think that'd be really, really cool. Especially if they had really dynamic poses like Baharoth, like with the streamers and he's flying, and, you know, Jane Zar, you know, doing I can see her in the succubus pose for the Dark Eldar. You know how she's kind of like charging forward with her halberd and she has like her other hand up like that. I could see Jane Zar in that kind of pose where she's kind of charging forward. Mogan Ra kind of stand there, looking sinister. Maybe on some Eldar terrain, maybe he's kind of crouched, you know, or something like that. He's kind of, you know, like watching over the scene. I can see Kandros kind of like in that old artwork where, you know, he's perched on a ledge and like stalking kind of thing, you know. A Surman, I can see kind of in a commanding kind of standing there. Probably kind of his classic pose, kind of just standing there and, you know, pointing and, you know, commanding. And Fugan, I can probably see him kind of in a relaxed kind of, you know, like his gun on his hip kind of thing, and he's got his axe, and, you know, he's like on guard kind of thing, and, you know, yeah, I can see those kind of things. And I mean, I can see them being bigger models, because I mean the scale of 40k, it is changing. It's changing. And I want Eldar Aspect Warriors that are just a bit bigger, just a hair. That's all I want. Is that much? Is that so much to ask for? Is just a little bit bigger models? I like the Autarch. He's big. Like that Autarch on with the wings. That's a big model. And yeah, you put him next to Baharoth, he makes Baharoth look like a little kid. So yeah. G squared. What's film? Yeah. What's those? Oh, these pics. I took these back. Does this have a date on them? I don't know if this has a date. I don't think so. I don't know. There's jumbly numbers on the back. Oh, this is Kodak. This was Fujifilm. These are two different batches of film here. This is Fujifilm. This is Kodak. What was I doing? Anyway, these pics, I'm pretty sure I took these around 2099, somewhere around that time. Anyway. Where are we in the comments? Duncan Aldis. Whoa, it's like Instagram, but you can hold the pics in your actual hands. I know. Can you imagine that this was common? This was common to, ooh, this is how you preserved a memory. Wow, a piece of paper with the thing I shot. And you know what made you a good photographer? Is having to get the shot correct the first time. This made you a good photographer, having to know your settings and exposures and, you know, f-stop and know all that stuff. Because now I take my cell phone and I click, oh, adjust, correct, bang, done, good photo. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you have to know your shit back then. Derek Luterus, haven't watched in a while. Looks a new camera. It looks good. A new camera? We mean like the camera that I'm filming this with? Yeah, I picked it up over a year ago. I have a new mic as well. Mic is different. In fact, you probably can see the mic now. No, you don't. I think. I don't know. Let me check my preview. Yeah, I'm fine. Man, what did I do to my hair today? My hair's all... It's all off to the side like I'm getting ready for picture day or something at school. There we go. Got some volume to my hair. Sorry, yeah. All this time here, we're watching Kris fix his hair. My hair. Ghost to Semi Deluxe. Cocaine isn't too expensive these days. No, it's not. What's the going rate on cocaine? I don't know. I don't do substances. I only do alcohol and tobacco and coffee. That's about it. The three popular ones. I'm kind of a popular, like, you know, pop art kind of guy. Old Man Logan over on Twitch. Hey, Kris, monkey friends. I almost read it as monkey fiends. Old Man Logan. Unpleasable or unpleasant? One of the two. Pick one. You can take your pick. It's really what mood Gim is in that you can just kind of and flip a coin in. Oh, he's that mood. Okay. And I just talk this kind of crap about him because I know he's probably not watching right now. So try to do like the George Bush Jr. voice. Kyle King. Oh man, remember the days with Bush Jr.? Man, we kind of long for those days, don't we? Wade the Brush, episode 242, only an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, we're not doing a short episode today. I actually got a few emails in. I was gonna do a short episode today because you know, everybody forgot about old Kris this week. Didn't send me any emails, but some of the boys stepped in, and so there's emails. So we'll keep the show going. They're gonna keep the show going today. Because otherwise, yeah, I'd probably end it right now. Just end it. Just to cheese everybody off. Just whatever. No emails? Done. Check you guys later. I'm going to go see a movie after this. Anyway, I'm going to go check out that Captain Marvel. See how that one plays out. Sir Peanut Butter. The tactical dudes would be fine if they didn't have the Nike legs. The flying autocannon dudes are just not feeling Space Marine Imperium to me. I guess. I don't know. They're Primaris, right? So like I don't know. Maybe their thoughts, like I have no idea. This is speculation. I have no idea, but maybe their thoughts are on Space Marines is they're looking to change up the vibe of them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what their thinking is. I mean, whoever thought of the Space Marine in the Space Marine thing, but, you know, whatever. Aaron Seach just got a copy of Giant Killer Robots for $80 unopened. Thinking of bringing it to Adepticon. Is anyone down? Adepticon's in just a few weeks. Going to be doing 2 classes at Adepticon. So anybody who's going to Adepticon this year, you know, check it out. And of course, I'll be wandering around the convention place. So yeah, we're doing 2 classes though. Way the Brush, and I'm gonna be filming it. So that is also a thing. So I will be posting it as long as the filming of it goes well. And yeah, so it's it's gonna be like this, except I'm gonna be having a thing here to showcase your questions, and so that's how it's gonna. That's how I pretty much did it last year, and so. And, it seemed like everybody, enjoyed it. Of course, it'll be like kind of like this as well. It's going to be wide open. And it's late in the friggin' day. So, who knows? Might even end up showing up intoxicated. I don't know. That's all our possibilities. Don't be shocked. Anybody who is signed up for the class, don't be shocked if I just show up stumbling and trying to find my way around stuff. And yeah. Might have to move past some of these comments here. Eldar Lamborghini. I'd love some thick Phoenix Lords. Ghost Starman Deluxe. Phantom Titan sized Phoenix Lords. Ghost Starman Deluxe. Craft World sized Phoenix Lords. Okay, you guys are getting hilarious now. Dr. Xantos, hello, y'all. What are the monkeys up to this fine evening? What are the monkeys up to this fine evening? Who knows? We can only speculate. Aaron Seach, I'm only asking for 2 models. Games Workshop, Plastic Thunderhawk, Pedro Cantor, and Primaris Armor. I'm with you on the Pedro Cantor, definitely. Primaris Pedro Cantor, or even Pedro in some sort of kick-ass looking Gravis armor, I think would be cool too. Primaris Armor would be cool, but he's a commander, right? He's supposed to be like the chapter master, right? So, I think he could get some Gravis armor. Or what they've never done before for a Crimson Fist character is put him into Terminator armor. Maybe give him, classic kind of Terminator armor. I don't know. We're just spitballing here. Kevin Cabal, you have my vote for both of those, Aaron. Aaron Seach, Kris, at least they aren't Polaroids, so they aren't that old. Well, they make Polaroids now, so Polaroid's still a thing. Ghost Starman Deluxe, epic retro moment with the film. Loved those Fujifilm disposable cameras when I was a kid. Yeah. Jim White, what, you don't bracket your film shooting to ensure getting the correct shot? The only time I use bracket photography when I'm taking shots is when I'm doing HDR photos. That's when I shoot bracketed. And I usually go 2 down, 2 up. And yeah, and then use, what do I use? I use on Mac, I use, what the hell is it called? Do I have it on this computer? Luminance, I believe is what it's called. Luminance. It's, you load the 3 pictures and then it automatically creates an HDR image for you. It's a lot of fun. If anybody who's creeped any of my my art, like on Facebook or like Deviant Art, or anybody who's creeped any of my art, for a while there I was taking a lot of HDR shots, playing around with HDR, and I was having a lot of fun. I probably still would be doing some right now if I was doing more pictures, but just haven't had the chance to really kind of get out there. I just I'm finally done the Mini Wargaming Painting Academy. It's all done. It's all done. It's ready to go. I'm doing the next phase of it, which is creating the Blu-ray downloadable and also physical. I think we're going to do a physical as well, and so I'm creating that right now. And I do want to make something kind of nice, especially if it's going to be a Blu-ray, something you can physically put in your Blu-ray player. I want something that's going to look good and is appropriate for your Blu-ray, right? And I think also too, because there's a vision associated with how a person is supposed to interact with all this information, and I think I'm going to try and incorporate that onto the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray would actually be a good platform for its creation. So, yeah. Anyway, Derek Luterus, episode name: Know Your Shit. That's it. It's exactly it. Know your shit. You know what I mean? Like, just know what you're talking about, right? If you don't know what you're talking about, then sit down, shut up, let the adults talk. Matthew Perez, good morning, Kris and fellow monkeys out in Houston this weekend for family and birthdays. Hope everyone is having a great one so far. Well, thank you, Matthew. And hopefully everybody is. Hopefully everybody's getting some time, some hobby time this week, and maybe get working on some of your projects, and just getting some paint onto models, or even maybe getting some assembly done. Maybe even you're playing some games, who knows? And hopefully you're doing it. Razia, who forgot about Kris? Who forgot about Kris? Everybody forgot about Kris. Everyone, everyone just always just assumes Kris is okay. Kris doesn't need it. It's like visiting grandma, It's like, grandma's okay. She's doing this, and we don't need to visit grandma. Poor grandma, sitting there baking a pie all by herself. Nobody to talk to. Disco Duke, hi Kris. Sorry I'm late. Laptop decided to do an update, so it took forever to load up. That's okay. I'm okay. Grandma's okay. Rezio, that movie is getting a lot of back and forth online. It's probably not so bad, but I doubt it's close to Wonder Woman. I don't know. I'll check it out. I know there's a bunch of controversy about what the hell's her name? Brie Larson? Whatever. I don't know about all this BS. I mean, really, realistically, we should count ourselves lucky that this is the kind of crap we concern ourselves with. There's people on this planet, fighting to survive. Wars, famine, genocide. You can count yourself lucky that if you can consider this the controversy surrounding a movie and its supposed underlying politics. If you're concerned with that, then yeah, reality is going to be quite harsh for you. Alec Davila? Alec Davila? Love your content, man. Well, thank you, Alec. And welcome to the show. I don't know if I've ever read that name before. It doesn't sound very familiar, so welcome. It's always nice to see a new name every once in a while. Not that I don't enjoy everybody else's company. In fact, it's, like I said, it's been great. And, yeah. Enforcer, the drunken monkey shall teach the class. You don't know. It's Adepticon, man. Come on. What happened last year? We all sat around, and apparently Matt's scenario kicked all our asses. So, might as well just sit around and drink. I mean, Enforcer, I think something's going on with Crimson Fist because they removed all the stuff from the online store. All that's left is Pedro. Interesting. I didn't know. Aaron Seach, Polaroids are still a thing. Mind blown. I thought those things died out 20 years ago. No, they still do Polaroids. There's actually a camera. It's a small little camera. You can load it with small miniature at least mini Polaroids, and you can take shots. And it has like an LCD screen on it and everything like that. It's like a modern camera, but it does Polaroids. Yeah, it's crazy. I know, but yeah. Jim White, thanks for the insight into your photographic style. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not my style. It's but that's kind of my work process. Like anybody who's creeped any of my artwork, they'll see pictures of like Matt, Dave. I have pictures of Ash, Owen, Mike, Dan. And they're really kind of like, they have a really grainy style to them. There's a high amount of detail and things like that. And of course, I also play with the images a lot too. Lens flares and play with the color and stuff like that. And so they're really kind of bright and kind of garish and just kind of over the top, which feels kind of fitting for HDR because HDR, it gives you all your shadow points and all your highlights, and it compresses it all into one kind of exposure for you, so you get everything in. I also done some landscape shots as well. I did some of like the bridge in Fort Erie and a couple other things I've done in HDR, and I've been meaning to do some more HDR because I also did I did a shot of Jay as well, and he was kind of like hovered over a table, the game table, and I took a shot of him, And the fun part about HDR is that it like, if you have any facial features, it accentuates them to by 10 kind of thing, and so like you see like all the details, all the flaws in a person, you see them all. And I have yet to take a picture of myself. I should do a picture of myself. Maybe I'll do one in the same style before we move. I got to do that before we move because we're moving soon, so maybe I'll have to do that pretty soon. Maybe I'll have to get some more pictures of the other boys too. I'll have to get like Luca, Steve, because I don't have any. Well, I have an HDR image of Steve, I believe. It's the one where he's holding the bolt gun, and I did it where like there's like things flying around him. Yeah, that's HDR. Who else do I need to get? Luca, Vito, Josh. I don't have Josh. Do I have Josh? No, I don't have Josh. Yeah. So it was a while ago that I did a lot of those images. It's been a while. Anyway. Memories. Dark Commission, episode 242. F-stop, check. Exposure, check. Subject, long gun. Yeah, well, but I mean, like, that's why when you're in a setting, you should be, ready. And I mean, like, yeah, you can leave like the f-stop wide open or really closed, depends what kind of shots you're looking for, right? I mean, ISO, you leave it alone, because I usually shoot in 100. That's all. I don't even like going to 400 is pushing it for me. 400 ISO is pushing it. I don't like to go any higher than that. If I need to go higher than that, then I try and get more light, or if whatever I'm shooting, then I'll go for longer exposures, right? So, yeah. But I always shoot in ISO 100 for, if I can, for everything. Cosmic Cubicle over on Twitch. Morning, Cosmic Cubicle. Where are we? Kevin Cabal, episode 242. Hobbies, because reality is harsh. It is. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I like that one. Oh, jeez, I copied the whole damn page. No, Ben, no. Let's go here and go bang, bang, bang. I know I could probably do this once. Because I use Restream, but kind of old school. It's kind of like grandma using the thing. Anyway, Eldar Lamborghini. We had a great time at the con last year. It was a heck of a good time. I enjoyed myself. It was fun. It was great. Getting to know you guys better, and we had a game. We had some laughs, and I'm sure this year we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some laughs, and yeah. I'm looking forward to this. Well, shoot, it's gonna be what? Just 2 weeks? 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, I think. It's like 3 more Fridays, because it's Friday we're playing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot of fun, and get to meet a few more faces, I think, and have some laughs. Enjoy a beverage, maybe tell a story or two. Who knows? But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm still not sure what I'm bringing. I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I mean, I was thinking maybe I'll bring the Phantom Titan again, but I said I don't know if I want to lug the big guy again. And I was thinking maybe I'll bring the Seer Council. Let you guys deal with that cancerous unit. I was like, man. Then I was thinking, ooh, what if I brought all the flyers and just hit you with shock and awe. And I was thinking maybe shock and awe. Maybe. Raziel, GW is definitely steadily removing old Marine product, either literally or by limiting it by direct order. Primaris Ascendant. Yes, I agree. I would agree with that. It only makes sense because they don't really support their current model line with auxiliary type of products that people want, and so there's these other third-party retailers selling stuff that attach to their product line, and I think their thinking is that they want to control all that. They can't, so what do? They change the scales and, you know, the lore and, you know what I mean. Mind you, those the primary shoulder pads are the same size, so the third-party shoulder pad market still, I think, would be unaffected. But maybe they don't care about that. Maybe, you know, so, yeah, leave it, you know, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, they definitely want to change the scale, you know, and, you know, of course, everything's been geared towards copycatting and, you know, and forgers, recasters, you know. So, yeah. John J, episode 242. Shaking it like a Polaroid picture. Eldari, 100 ISO is the only way to shoot. Yeah, I mean, that's what I always shoot in, is that lowest possible ISO. These photos, I'm pretty sure, were 130, I believe. ISO 130. Does it still say what these were? I don't even know. You know, it should tell you what these were, right? But I think these were... that's what I always used to shoot in, was, I think it was 130. I used to shoot black and white 125. So, yeah. Anyway, Raziel, I feel like there's an out of context finger bang joke there as Kris attaches the title. Finger bang? Is there a finger bang? Dark Commission at Kris. Speaking of photos, did you take shots of the Pontiac Warrior? As I have none myself. No, I've not done any yet because I haven't gotten around to it. But yes, he's sitting right here on my shelf, proudly. But yeah, Dark Commission. When I was in the UK visiting the UK, Dark Commission was kind enough to do up this fella here. And yeah, I gotta do some pictures of him. And yeah, we'll talk about him and such. But yeah, ooh, that kind of lighting makes him look kind of sinister. Not just angry, but yeah. Really good work on the eyes, actually. Anyway, so just start going into it. No, I'll. You know what? Okay, Kris will try and remember to get it done this week for the next show, and we'll talk about it next show. So, okay, yeah, but yeah. Eldar Lamborghini, unless you want film grain everywhere. Yeah, I find with film grain, I find around 800. 800 is like, you know, if you're shooting at 800, well, what's the point? I mean, unless of course you have to get the image, but no, 800 is that's just too high for my likings. For usually how I shoot, because when I'm shooting, it's usually well, I vary the f-stop quite a bit. Only in portraits do I bring the f-stop way down. Usually I'm usually shooting with anywhere from like 5, 6 to 9, somewhere around that. So, you know, yeah, it all depends, really. I guess it all depends on what I'm shooting. And of course, you know, try and shoot in daylight and everything like that. But I do have a nice big flash, just for whatever I'm doing. I recently was doing a bunch of those shots. What was it? Oh, the spider. On my Instagram, I was taking pictures of the spider. And I had the camera set up. And I have a remote switch for my camera, so I don't have to touch it. And that's how I take my model shots, right? Because you never want to touch the camera, especially when you want to do higher f-stop, so that you can get the full depth of the model. Because you ever see pictures of miniatures and the sword is out of focus, you know what I mean? The sword's coming close to the camera and it's out of focus. Yeah, well, that's because you need to adjust your settings. And I have a shutter, so I'm not touching my camera. And I was using my flash to get those shots of the spider, and I was putting the flash like just inches away from the spider, and I just set it while I was doing like longer exposures, because the spider was just sitting still, and so he was, you know, not moving, and you know, it took nice clear pictures of him. And that's how I got that lighting setup for the spider, is because I was using the flash with a longer shutter speed. Anyway, Raziel, also a good point I heard was moving to primaries forces older Marine players to update larger portions of their collections, so it expands those sales as well. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, you know, Games Workshop is a model company, so, you know, they want to keep moving product. and that's the only way you're going to grow, and that's the only way to stay in business, right? If they sold the perfect model and nobody needed to buy any other models for their collections, they'd go out of business, right? And realistically, do you want Games Workshop to go to business? Because who's going to create all these really great models? They have the infrastructure for creating the best kits on the planet. They have the infrastructure to do it. In fact, I would love it if they started doing kits like Bandai does kits. I would love that. And in fact, they really should start doing kits like Bandai kits, because they're always about breaking new people into the market and making it easy for new people to get into this market. They should do it like Bandai, with snap fit models, but look fantastic. And Bandai kits are like that. Like the Star Wars kits, they're super detailed, and the kits just simply snap together. And if you have a good pair of snippers, you just clear those little points off, slap the model together, and it's cast in the color appropriate plastic. You don't even have to paint the thing. And so realistically, that's what Games Workshop should be doing, is casting their kits like Bandai does their kits, where they have color specific parts. They snap together. You can glue them, you can prime them, you can light them up, you can do, they're model kits, so you can do anything with them. It's all dependent upon the modeler, but realistically, yeah. You know what I mean? Like and then that way, well, then it becomes kind of weird though. Because either, like, okay, for example, like if they went that route, right? If they say they went the Bandai route and they start doing plastic kits like Bandai, where you have color specific, then you kind of run into a problem, because there's so many color schemes for the same kit, right? So for Land Raider, for example, do they cast it in blue, cast it in red, cast it in a gray, cast it in a yellow? Make 4 different choices for, you know what I mean? And yeah, that doesn't seem feasible. That would probably be very expensive. And how many of each, right? How many of each do you produce? So yeah, I think just really realistically, making their kits like Bandai, making it easy for them to slap them together. I guess really they would only have to do them in blue plastic, because the poster child is Ultramarines. If you want any other kind of specific chapters, or maybe they get to the point where the chapter symbols and stuff are on the model. So Space Marines, you get generic, and then with Ultramarine symbols, you get red Land Raider with Blood Angel symbols, and then generic, gray generic with Space Wolves, yellow generic with the fists. You know what I mean? That'd actually be kind of cool, I think, where you could just kind of like highly detailed multi-part kits, but you can slap them all together, and it looks great, and it's ready to go. And because the kits are made in color specific parts, there's very, very little painting. And then in fact, they could even sell them like Bandai kits with stickers, and they could just slap a sticker on it and put those symbols all over the things. And you know what I mean? Like, and you wouldn't even have to paint the kits. You could just assemble them and play with them, for anybody who just wants to play with them, or just wants to assemble them and make them fun. You know what I mean? But mind you, though, the Bandai kits, they're intricate. Even for, just simply snapping them together, they're pretty intricate. And there is a specific build order. And, so they're not like just chintzy little, like the old Space Marine kits where, like, the Space Marine bolt gun just simply snapped into the Marine's body and he's done, right? I mean, it's nothing simple like that. But, yeah, I think so. I think that's the way it should go, though. I think, because then they can cast, like, say for example, like a Land Raider, main hull sections are a particular color. The tracks could be done in metallic or black. Guns and stuff like that could be in a color or black, right? And I mean, like for example, like, okay, here we go. Here's the kit that Demon Wraith sent me, right? The big Gundam. Now, anybody who's not familiar with these kits, okay? Anybody not familiar with these kits? Okay, here is just a quick look. Okay, see the parts are cast in colors. So there's white parts, there's black parts, there's yellow parts, there's clear. And I don't know how Bandai does this. They cast clear parts in the same sprue as color. Like, this is all one sprue. This black part, this red part, this clear part. It's the same sprue. I don't know how they do it. It's magic. gray parts, blue parts. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly, I can't wait to get started on this kit. But I'm busy the next couple weeks, so it's still going to be a couple weeks for me before I get started on this guy. And I want to do it right. Just because, you know, Demon Wraith was cool enough to send this to me, and, you know, I kind of want to do him proud, right? So, yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, the manuals. It's all in Japanese too, so like I don't understand a lick of this. Like it's like, don't do this. I don't know. I better not. I don't know what it is, but I better not do it. I don't know what they're telling me. What are they telling me? I don't know. So yeah, Gundams. And yeah, so Bandai. I think Games Workshop should do kits like Bandai kits. Just because I'm a big fan of Bandai too. So I'm a fan of a lot of people. Anyway, Matthew Perez, not sure if it was asked yet, but is shooting photos part of the Painting Academy series? Shooting photos. You mean like teaching people how to take photos of their stuff? No. There are quick tips on that. A couple, I think. I don't know if I've done a lot of them actually. I know I've done some for like shooting it with your cell phone, and I know we've talked many times about taking photos of our models, but as part of the Painting Academy, no, not right now. It could be, but not right now. The Painting Academy. If you're a Vault member, then you've probably watched one or two of the videos and kind of get the gist of what this series is about. It's designed for brand new people into the hobby, and getting them painting their miniatures as quickly as possible. So that's the goal of that series. Raziel, anybody have thoughts on the Primaris jump guys with the assault cannons? I'm not sure about the design myself. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tough one. I mean, you know, I don't mind. I know there's a lot of people making fun of them, but I think it's kind of cool, these jump guys with the things. But see, I'm kind of old school, and like jump packs were for close combat dudes. And you know what I mean? And so, and the Reavers are kind of close combat. They're like special forces, but they have less armor. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what the thinking is there. But anyway. Matthew Perez, Primaris Death Watch without all the special weapons is kind of meh. I still love my tactical, but I am needing to pick up some myself. Pick some up myself. Yeah. A Death Watch are always really cool. I like the idea of the Death Watch. It's just really cool, you know. Just little special forces kind of thing from all different chapters, and, you know. And it, you know, gives you a bit of an excuse to kind of, you know, do some custom modeling on the guys and make them look different. And, you know, especially for anybody who likes a black color scheme. Yeah. They're cool. Eldar Lamborghini. Yeah, it goes back to the same thing Kris was saying before. 8th seemed like a shooting game. Yeah, exactly. You know, and it still kind of is. You know, 8th edition is very shooting centric. Age of Sigmar seems maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's where they want them to diverge, right? Because like the rule sets for both games, Age of Sigmar and Warhammer, are very similar in structure and in gameplay, but Age of Sigmar still feels a bit like close combat still plays a very big part of it. And maybe that's what they want. Maybe for everybody out there who loves close combat type games, they want them to be Age of Sigmar players, and everybody who likes shooting type games and positioning and things of that nature, they want them to be 40k players. And maybe that's what their game plan is. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. That's speculation. Mad Fern, hey everybody, what'd I miss? What'd you miss? Holy cramoles. It's already an hour into the show. Jeez Louise. What'd you miss? Yeah, you missed nothing. Me rambling on about stuff. Portal Scout 2. I don't know why I followed and stuff. I can't even draw. Maybe because of a raid. Maybe. I don't know. Is it? Portal Scout. Your stream looks more professional than some other streamers with a lot more viewers. Yeah, but I don't really promote my thing all that much, and you know, and on Twitch I only do like this one show. Sometimes I'll do some other random type streams. I'll play video games, or I'll do some painting, or you know. So on Twitch, yeah, I haven't really diverged my Twitch from my YouTube, and you know, I work a day job in this same field, and so you know, I do this on my time, and it's, you know, for fun, and so I'm not, you know, it's not like I'm trying to generate revenue from this, you know, that's not my goal here. So, you know, Portal Scout, maybe I should switch to YouTube. It's the same. Although, mind you, I mean, YouTube has more of my videos. I have, you know, older bat reps, and I've been trying to be doing a painting series called Just a Tip, where it's just kind of a quick little video of just showing something. So, but I have other videos on my channel. I mean, you know, check them out both. I mean, you know, but Twitch, yeah. I mean, like, I wanted to do more with my Twitch, and I've just been trying to figure out what I could do on Twitch that isn't what I'm doing on YouTube, and, you know, and so I just really haven't, you know, and of course I'm not really that concerned about diverging all my content like that, because I work for Mini Wargaming, and so I do painting videos all the time, and, you know, it's my day job, right? So most of my energy goes towards that. And not to say that, you know, I'm skimping on this stuff, but, you know, way of the brush, it's pretty low prep, because, you know, I have everything laid out, you know, and, you know, it's pretty easy. I don't have to edit this, right? And also, because it's mine, I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I like, you know what I mean? I can drop swear words if I like, you know. Whereas mini wargaming content, there's no swearing. We keep it pretty G, which is fine, you know, because G has the broadest appeal, right? The broadest audience. So if you want to, you know, if you want to have, and this is a bit of advice for all you guys out there who, you know, want to get into content production, keep your stuff G rated, because you're going to have the greatest amount of viewers that way, because you have the broadest audience. But, you know, having said that, I mean, you know, if you want to do stuff in this hobby and make content, and your goal is to make money so that you know, you can kind of live off this or something like that, that is very challenging. And, you know, even if Mini Wargaming was to start today, I don't think it would be successful. If Mini Wargaming started today, I don't think it would be successful. The market has changed since the time 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, when Mini Wargaming started. Mini Wargaming was just in the right place at the right time, and to flourish in this space. And a lot of people want to emulate, you know, what Mini Wargaming has done. And, you know, a lot of people are going to be disappointed because they can work at this for a couple of years and not get anywhere. You know, so. Where am I? Saleswoman from Hell. Yeah, so jump pack guys with heavy weapons isn't a totally new idea. No, it's not a new idea, but like, it's just, you know, it's one of those things that you're kind of wondering, like, you know, like what the thinking is for the game, right? Because again, jump packs, like, we're always close combat guys jumping in with their hammers and swords and claws and you know, and yeah. But then again, I mean, Eldar, Subinghawks, they were always jump pack dudes with guns, right? Second edition, I remember using my X-Arc with a jump pack, who's like with hawk wings and a bright lance, and I'd fly around zapping everybody. It's kind of weedy, but, you know, you do what you do. I loves me some Eldar, man, so, you know. Grim, he is indeed. He is indeed. Portal Scout, and you have a nice mustache. Well, thank you. Yeah. Old man Logan, maybe yoga with Kris on Twitch. You know what? Okay, all jokes aside. Well, maybe not all the jokes, but I actually have been considering, just thinking about considering yoga. Just because the old joints are getting kind of stiff, and like right now I've been fighting a back thing, and I got a shoulder thing going on, and there's all sorts of things going on with Kris right now, and it's just, you know, man, I don't know, you know, it's just, I think old Kris has got to, you know, get some more exercise, I think, but the thing is, those, you know, like some physical activities. Oh yeah, the other day, my knee, man, my knee's been acting up, and I just, too many things. Matthew Perez, the numbers don't matter. It's the quality and community that make Kris my choice among other persons. Also, watching Mini Wargaming forever now helped bring me in. Yeah, you know, And again, like that's why I don't really, you know, push my stuff too hard, because, you know, it would take more energy for me to do that. And what would be my goal? Like, to do things on my own? Do I feel like doing that? You know, not really. You know, I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now with mini wargaming and everything, and you know, and things are about to change with mini wargaming, and we're going to be entering a whole new era, and it's pretty exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, you know, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. I'm really hopeful of the future for mini wargaming, that, you know, where we're going with everything, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great, I think. Rezia, I don't have a problem with the drop troops with big guns. It's the model design I was focused on, like the design of like the Primaris with the jump packs. I mean, they look like the intercessors. I mean, intercessors? No. Inceptors? Yeah. I mean, they look like Inceptors with big guns. But I mean, the Inceptors have, you know, the big machine guns. They had the plasma guns. And now they got a big autocannon. Sure, why not? Why not? Derek Looters, destroyers can only take special mission launcher for weapon options. Other than that, it's just pistols and rad grenades. Rezio, also the example is different. Those 30k guys use actual jump packs and pistols. Okay. Matthew Perez, TVPG Kris, I have heard a crap dropped in a bat rep. LOL. Well, crap, I mean, like, yeah, crap is not bad. I mean, I and the whole thing was swearing, you know, is a weird topic to begin with, especially when people have an aversion to swear words. But using frick and frack and crap and poo, and you know what I mean? Like, why are those words acceptable when the meaning and the intent behind the words is the same? Right? The meaning and intent of those words is the same. You bang your finger. Ah, shit. Ah, poop. It's the same. So what's the difference, right? But there's this big aversion to the actual word, you know. The fear being that little kids are going to pick this up and somehow that's going to corrupt them as an adult. They're going to use curse words when guaranteed all those little kids have already heard all those words. You know, I think what it is that we don't give kids enough credit for being intelligent enough to understand things. And I think that's what it is. We shelter kids and we don't give them enough credit for being intelligent enough to know what's going on. Yes, there's a lot of nuances with the world that, you know, but as far as taking in the immediate information and processing it, we don't give kids enough time or give enough credit. I read email time and that's why I said time. Grim, Smash Captains with jump packs are the bane of my existence. I can't ignore them, but they are a pain to deal with. Yeah. Azurite T3. Yoga is great. I need to start yoga again. The spiritual aspect of it is pretty BS, but it is a lot of fun. Sure, I mean, like, if that's what helps you get into it is the whole lighting the candles and burning incense and, you know what I mean, and all that hippie crap, sure. But as far as, like, physical dexterity, I think that's where it's at, you know? Because it basically what it is it's creating endurance muscles because you're holding poses in tension for a substantial amount of time. It also creates great muscle memory for keeping your body in tension and breathing, right? There's many, many aspects to yoga that are really, really beneficial. The spiritual side of things, I agree, is kind of, you know, it's bogus. It's hokum. It's, you know, and I mean, you're talking to me here. I mean, I still burn sage and say a prayer. I still lay tobacco down and say a prayer. And so, you know, I'm pretty serious about my own spiritual beliefs. And yet, you know, the stuff associated with yoga and, you know, whatever's. And No disrespect intended towards it. I mean, I think yoga is something that, you know, really a lot of people should be doing, because I think it is great for physical activity. You know, it's kind of like Tai Chi. Tai Chi is another one. I always considered taking up Tai Chi as well. So, yeah. As far as the spiritual aspects of things, though, you know, as I get older and I see a lack of things that would influence spirituality in that regards, and, you know, things of that, it's just, no. It sounds like hippie nonsense to me. Grim, the mini wargaming bunker does seem like it would be a blast. I hope to roll the dice up there when I'm better at 40k. You don't have to be better at 40k. That's nonsense. Do you know how to play 40k? Come play. That's it. You don't have to be good. It's not like it's a tournament hall. Just play for fun, man. And I mean, and I'm sure a lot of people out there would just love to see you on camera. I know a lot of the monkeys would love to see you on camera, especially those who might not get the opportunity to play against you, you know, and get to know you. And, you know what I mean? Like, because I mean, like, you know, I feel like I know Grim, Rob, and, you know, not like know him, but, you know him. Not know him, but, you know, anyway. And, you know, yeah, just come up for a visit, man, and play, and, you know, have some fun and get to know the guys, and, you know, we'll have some laughs, and, yeah, it's all about having fun, man. That's what we're all about. It's not who's awesome at the game. It might seem like that sometimes, but it's not what it's about. It's about having fun, enjoying this game, and being entertaining. That's the other big part, because otherwise nobody tunes in for our crap, right? Is being entertaining. It's the whole point. Dark Commission, my best mate, has been in the gym most days for 30 years. He recently started Tai Chi and can't believe how tiring and good it is. Exactly. And that's, you know, Tai Chi, yoga, all those. That's why I'm thinking of taking one of those up, because, yeah, I'm thinking so. Because, again, because Kris has got a couple joints there, and, yeah. Man, I'm surprised, Dark Commission, that when we were cruising around Nottingham, that, you know, that my knee didn't act up on me, or, you know, something acted up on me. That was fine, other than being really warm. G squared, email time? Yeah, we're pretty close. We're pretty close to email time, I think. I mean, you know. Reziel, well, it's weird. Those guys are like ravers in scepter boots and honking autocannon. Will depend on rules. Some, but they look goofy to me. Sure. I mean, you know, again, yeah. It's like your opinion, man. And yeah, I mean, I get it. I can see why they look goofy. You know, I don't mind them. I'm not super excited about them. I'm not going to rush out and buy a box of them. So, you know, that probably says to me that I don't think they're awesome. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'm looking at some of the chaos stuff and I'm like, yeah, that's freaking awesome. You know, like I said, like looking at that Abaddon model, he looks pretty freaking awesome. So, you know. Matthew Perez, family time. Everyone take care. You stay classy, Kris. I will try to stay classy, Matthew. Well, you're probably already gone by now, but yeah. Saleswoman from hell. That's a good point, Kris. I mean, we were all kids once, and we all picked up bad words when we weren't supposed to. Exactly. Again, we don't give kids enough credit. Everything, this whole world, for the last 20 years has been, oh no, we gotta protect the kids. Oh no, what about the kids? Oh no, the kids. And, you know, that's why we're in the problem we're at right now with this whole thing with kids and generations. And, you know, you know, like people, you know, they talk about the millennial problem, and there isn't a millennial problem. The problem was the generation before the millennials. The problem is with the generation that raised the millennials. That's the problem. You know, that's the problem. Grim, yoga really does help with that. My aunt is a teacher and she tells me all about the health benefits of it. I'm just paranoid about forgetting rules. Don't worry about the rules. People forget rules all the time. People are forgiving of guests coming in and, oh yeah, I forgot about that rule. Dang, you know. When they're not forgiving of rules is when we make mistakes on rules. Then they're like, oh, you should know the rules. You play the game, you know, all day and all week and, you know, for, you know, X amount of days. And, you know what I mean? Like, they're the ones that harp on us for the rules. They don't really harp on the guests for not knowing the rules, because if you don't come in like, you know, I'm Mr. I know the rules, then yeah, you're going to look like an ass. But, you know, as long as you're chill and cool, and you know. And of course, if you brought cookies, man, you'd be aces. You'd be aces. Enforcer, I'm back. What I miss, Kris? Gonna do some Tai Chi with us on cam? You never know. I might not be Tai Chi. It might be yoga. I might have to go take a couple classes, you know, to really master it. Everybody out there who does yoga is like, F you, Kris. It's not like 3 classes and you know it. My mother does yoga, and she's been telling me all about it all the time. And I know if I took yoga, I would not hear the end of it from my mother. I know it. I know it. Where am I? John J, I'd love to see me on camera. You'd love to see you on camera? Really, John? Well, then come for a visit, dude. I mean, you know, tell the wife, hey, honey, Niagara Falls, honeymoon destination, 7 wonder of the world. And then while she's off shopping and, you know, having a good time, you go, honey, I'm just going to go to main wargaming, and then take off and, you know, and then come play a game or 2. Yeah, have fun, honey. Or, you know, oh, that's it. You send her to the spa. Let her get her nails done, go for the full treatment, right? A full day at the spa. And you go, honey, this is just you day. You enjoy it. And then take off to mini wargaming, because we're only like 20 minutes away from the falls, so. And then come visit us. Where am I? Aaron Seach, getting married in August and trying to convince the future wife to go to Niagara for the honeymoon. Problem is, she knows the real reason I want to go there. Yeah, but well, that's what I'm telling John, and that's what I'm going to tell you, Aaron. I mean, like, yeah. Say, honey, no, the spa. This is a honeymoon destination. The spas all over the freaking place. Go in for the treatment, get your nails done, get your hair did, and, you know, maybe shop for something, do, you know, whatever, right? Because, you know, the shopping area around Niagara Falls is hilarious. And there's lots to do, you know, couple stuff, kind of stuff to do around the falls. And of course, you can always see the American side, see the Canadian side. The American side's really nice. Canadian side's fantastic. And, you know, and yeah, of course. And come stop. It's, you know, it's a win-win. It's 2 birds in 1 stone kind of thing. You know, why not? It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. Niagara Falls. I mean, come on. Is it even in a discussion? She'd have to be crazy. She'd have to be literally crazy in her brain and her thought processes, wherever those go. She'd have to be crazy. So, yeah. Derek Luderus. Bad plan. Pull out. Whoa, what? Where am I? Disco Duke. Do you keep an eye on the new tabletop board games that are due to come out, or Kickstarters, etc.? Not really. I know there's a bunch that are coming out right now, because Mike, he is our advertising manager. He's the one who is coordinating with some of these companies so that we'll do ads for them and things like that. And, you know, of course, we're always looking for new people, especially, you know, something brand new, because you never know. Somebody might be onto a hit. And, you know, they can say, hey, well, I heard about it from Mini Wargaming. And then, you know, they can say, well, we advertised on Mini Wargaming. Our game was a huge hit. And we have, you know, so-and-so to thank for it. And, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, it's just good community building. That's really what it is. And of course, you know, I mean, it's also a business aspect as well. And so, you know. But yeah, but me personally, no, I don't really pay attention to a lot of the Kickstarters. Unless, of course, there's a lot of buzz about it, or a lot of people are telling me about it, or, you know, something along those lines. But yeah, not a lot. Not a lot. Ben Ellis, the problem is not the problem. The problem is those with the problem. Yes, it's kind of a quote. Grim, when I do visit sometime, I would indeed bring a few frozen cookies at least. At least. Disco Duke, how about lightsaber Tai Chi? I seen now there's apparently lightsaber. They're trying to get it like an Olympic sport kind of thing, and lightsaber combat. I mean, there's a local kendo club. That's another one I've been thinking about signing up for. And yeah, lightsaber Tai Chi. Kill my batteries pretty quick. Sitting there for like an hour holding a pose with a lightsaber. Dark Commission. When I was a kid in the school holidays, we went out the door in the morning with a bag of bread and butter and a bottle of water and came home in the evening. Many adventures were had. Yeah. Same here. When I was a kid, there was a bunch of stuff like that. We were just left to our own devices back then. Man. Because, I mean, like, I grew up a single parent. My mother worked. And, worked long days. And, yeah, so I was a lot of time I was home by myself. I just hang around my friends and do whatever. And, yeah. I turned out okay. Maybe. I don't know. Enforcer 357. New idea. Yoga of the brush. Kris painting models while doing yoga. Ooh. You know what? That would be actually very challenging to sit there and hold a pose, like doing a pose and then trying to, paint your model. I don't know if I think that's more of an Elvis Presley type move here. I don't know. But yeah. Sorry, just checking my points. Making sure my points on my brushes are still good. I haven't touched those brushes in a while, but anyway. Dr. Santos, instead of Tai Chi and yoga, I do vodka. Yeah, you know what? That sounds easier. Maybe I'll do that too. We'll start a vodka class. Do a vodka class. Chemitis? I don't know. Either way, I'm hoping to come play some fantasy with my dwarves, or when my dwarves are done. Unfortunately, yes, that's kind of would help, is getting your army done so it's presentable on camera. We are kind of a stickler for that. So it's not so much how you play, how well you know the rules or anything like that. Come and play. You can just come and play. You can barely know the game. Come and play. But you do need to have your models painted. That's the big one. Dark Commission. If I went to Niagara Falls, I'd end up going when it was shut, like Nottingham Castle. I know, travel all the way across the Atlantic, go see Nottingham Castle, and the son of a bitch is closed. Is mildly disappointing. Mildly. Not a huge thing, but mildly. But thankfully, though, Niagara Falls won't close, unless, of course, the water just all of a sudden stops, in which case, I think we're dead. The water just all of a sudden stopped, and Niagara Falls just shut off like somebody turned off the tap. Yeah, I think at that point we're all dead. We're done. Ghost Star Red Deluxe. Kris, you should join the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan? The Foot Clan. Azurite T3, you could paint models of people doing yoga. Would that be as beneficial? Eldar Lamborghini, gonna do another attempt. Email time? Yeah, I think it is email time. It is email time. But sorry, Kris, I might have overdone it on the emails, but you made a tweet that hinted you need some. I did need some. I did. I do. I always do. You should always send me emails. Always. Everybody out there, send me an email. Oh, man, what's his name on Twitch? Vinsweet12? Or Vinsweet12? I don't know. Hello, hi, konnichiwa. Hello, hi. Reese Taylor, what have I missed? Nothing. You didn't miss anything. Just me talking about crazy crap. Badass stash, my man. How long did it take to grow? Actually, it didn't really take that long to grow. This, like, for me, like, okay, like, if I just shaved, just take a blade and just, I actually don't shave like that. But anyway, the hair at the ends of at the corners of the lip kind of thing, these hairs grow really long, really fast for whatever reason. So like you can see here, I have a part in the middle of my stash. Yeah, absolutely no hair grows there. So, you don't have to worry about me doing a brush style mustache sometime or anything like that. If you're not sure what style of mustache that is, somebody made it pretty popular back in the day. Anyway, so yeah, but this is as much facial hair as I can grow. I'm not a very hairy kind of guy. Like, no arm hair. Like, I'm not a hairy dude. And yeah, this is like, there's, stubble and stuff like that right now, but it's like thick hairs. It's like the fly. And I just get these hairs coming on. It's like whiskers. And I really wish I didn't grow this crap, because I would rather be clean shaven than having this stuff. And I don't know how this happened with the mustache. I don't even know how this happened. I was just letting the hair grow, and I grew a mustache, and I had like all sorts of hair. And then I started neatening up and styling it, and I don't know. I started becoming concerned about my appearance. I guess maybe I hit puberty, I guess really was what it was. I hit puberty, and I said, oh, I need to style this. And I'll curl it, and yeah. Eldar Lamborghini at Reese. Lots of monkey poo flinging and talking. And monkey talking and poo flinging. Cosmic Cubicle. For work, I discuss stuff on disaster recovery with companies. Usually I go into a well, if Virginia is wiped out. Well, at that point, I have more pressing concerns when we lose whole states. Yeah, I guess. Holy crap. Now that sounds like you need some serious hobby time. Sounds like kind of a stressful kind of a job, and a lot of concerns like that. And so yeah. Damn. See, I can't complain about my job. I can't complain. I can't even complain about anything because, I'm fortunate enough that I can paint for a living. Play with my toys. I get to play with my toys for a living, and I can't complain. I could never complain about anything. And in fact, all I can do is count my lucky stars that I get to do this and consider myself very fortunate, which I do. And, I'm always thankful to everybody that, that I get to do this, because really it's through you guys that I get to do it. So always a big thank you to you guys. Always, Rezio, I'll trade you problems, Kris. Losing too much on top and gaining too much everywhere else. Dark Commission, now that I consider myself an artist, maybe I should grow a curly Dolly mustache. Well, Dolly's mustache was more straight. At least most of the pictures I ever see him, like he always had them kind of just straight out like that. Which I considered doing, but then I was like, I don't know. I like the curliness. In fact, I wish I could curl them more. Get a tighter curl. That never holds because my hairs are quite thick and coarse. Like whiskers. And so, yeah, they always kind of just and spring back out. They don't stay nice and curled in. I'd have to use like super glue or something to keep it curled in like that. Anyway, let's do an email before I get another message from somebody going, Kris, time, email, hello. So if you're wearing headphones, turn them up or down because this is going to get loud. So here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Email time. Email time. Oh, that's it. Oh, oops, wrong window. There we go. This one is from our good buddy Ben Ellis. Hello, Monkey Lord. Here are a few offerings and an update on the homebrew chapter. Kind regards, Ben. And so here are his... Are these custodes? Am I on the right screen? No, there we go. So here's his custodes. Looking duders. Yeah, these are custodes. These are Terminator custodes. Looks like Buddy lost a hair plume up on the left there. But really good work. Always a pleasure to look at Ben's work. Great dry brushing. I love the transitions on the blades. And the cloaks, of course. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Ben. You definitely are... Is that airbrushed on the blades? Because it looks like dry brushing on the cloaks, but is that airbrush on the blades? I think that's airbrushed. Using airbrush more nowadays, I see. Very cool. So we're not seeing a lot of that before, and so it looks like now we're starting to see some of that. Very cool. Yeah, really nice work on the gold. Nice and clean. Again, as I was going to say, Ben, really fantastic painting from you. And you definitely, sir, are ready to start, branching your techniques outwards to other things, glazing, blendings, whatever you fancy. I think you'll tackle them just fine. Here's his homebrew chapter. Feels a little lost, not Lost in the Damned. Legion of the Damned, that's it. But of course, it's a little bit different. Big dreadnought in the back. I don't know if, did we see the dreadnought in it before? I don't know if we've seen that guy. I love the standard bearer. He's really cool. Like they use that relictor icon. Really cool stuff. Yeah, are you using... let me quickly... Or I can't do it. So then I'll change my window. Are you using an airbrush now for your blades and stuff like that? Are you getting into that now? If so, very cool. Looks like good work. I concur. I think it's good stuff. Did you send another one too? Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah, so we'll quickly do another one from Ben. But oh yeah, that's what I want to see. Did you comment? Yeah, some of the homebrew are using the airbrush though, as I'm trying to get used to an airbrush. Yeah, okay. The hair a bit fell off just before I took the picture. This is all dry brush. Oh, it's all dry brush. Really? The blades on their axes was dry brushed? Cool. Okay. Damn. Good stuff. Yeah, and like I said before, Ben, I think, dude, you're ready to move on and expand your repertoire of techniques and, you know, to see your end vision. But I guess really, like, what it is, do you want to expand upon it, or are you, you know, more than happy with where you're at, I guess, and you don't really see a need to go further, and, you know, because it's not entirely necessary for you to go further if you're happy with where you're at. Because if you're doing your models how you want, and you're obviously getting great results with what you're doing. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess if you really wanted to you know, expand upon your repertoire, I mean, you know, but if you're already achieving your desired looks of your models and you're happy with your results, then yeah, I guess, you know, stay with what you know. Ben Ellis, this is one of those things this size I've done with an airbrush. Okay. Raziel, speaking of airbrushes, did you receive your Badger 55th order yet, Kris? No, I have not. I have not. Not that I know of. I can't remember where I had it shipped to, though. But no, I haven't gotten it yet, but, you know, I wasn't in a mad rush to get it, so, you know, I'm fine. I can wait. Heck, I mean, if he hasn't, I mean, I don't want to bug him because I know he's busy and everything like that. But if he is going to be at Adepticon, I might as well just tell him, you know, just save it for Adepticon and I'll pick it up there. You know, so he should have had that as an option. If you're going to be at Adepticon and he's going to be there, pick it up at Adepticon, you know. Maybe we should have mentioned that to him. From the other side, 69. Hello at Kris. How's it going? It's going well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. From the other side, it's going well. You know, just doing my thing, answering emails, looking at models, talking crazy crap, and, you know, trying to be somewhat informative. And so really quickly here, let's continue on with Ben's email. That's wrong window. So this is the second offering from Ben. Here are a few prizes from the charity event in January. Harkin World Clamor was painted by a guy called Andy Wardle, and I'm not sure who did the others. Not painted by myself at all. Kind regards, Ben. Yeah, I met Andy. Really cool dude. And so it's really awesome that he painted this up for the charity event. Really cool. Yeah, he does Call to Paint with Henry. Yeah, got a chance to meet those guys. So it was really cool. Very cool. Yeah, so as I was mentioning earlier, with the photography, in regards to photography, see how like his spear tip. Oh, I'm not even on the right window yet. Sorry, folks. There we go. Okay, see how like the spear tip, and even in the previous shot here, yeah, See like the back spike with the skull, like kind of in the center of the frame kind of thing. See how it's blurry, right? And you see how his spear tip is blurry? Yeah, normally in photography, you want to capture all that and have it all nice and clear because, again, like even if you don't have a macro lens, if you have a macro lens, you should be able to, avoid that. But most cell phones and things of that nature don't have macro lenses, so you have to rely on other techniques with traditional cameras and stuff like that. And so, yeah, you want to open your f-stop all the way, or close your up. Bring your f-stop all the way up to the highest value. And, that way you have to have more light, which means that you may have to slow down your shutter speed. And I definitely would recommend a low ISO. Like I said, I was shooting 100. Very cool. And you don't have the names of the artists that were, of all the artists that contributed here, Ben? Because I would have liked to have, known who some of these artists were. It would have been kind of nice. From the other side, 69. This is an AMA? Yeah, this is Ask Me Anything? Yeah, Ask Me Anything. This is an Ask Me Anything. This show, if you scroll back to the beginning of the episode and every other episode that I do, I always tell people that we talk a lot of miniature painting as well as a lot of what's under the sun, meaning no topics are barred. You can ask anything and everything. You can ask, but I might not answer. But you can ask. Ben Ellis, I'm willing to try to expand, but I find dry brushing a bit of a safe go-to, so maybe I need to try some more airbrush bits and then glazes, etc. Right, if you're getting into the airbrushing, you find that will be a quick way to getting into a lot of things that you probably want to get into, so, nothing wrong with that, if that's where you want to expand off into, and, it's logical. I mean, you can head off into anywhere, but I think you have a really great grasp of dry brushing, so that's why I often suggest, moving off into new directions, just so things don't feel kind of stale to you. I guess really is what it is, right? It's, keep pushing yourself, keep learning, and, keep doing. Raziel, I haven't gotten mine either. They've updated and said they're trying to ship all of them before April, but might not make it. Yeah, I'm not that worried. I got a confirmation that they processed my order. They certainly took my money, so so yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Dark Commission, Andy is a Slayer Sword winner. Yeah, I know that. He's won a few, I think. Dark Commission, photo tip at Ben. My camera is around 3 foot from the model with an f-stop around 14-16. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with a normal kind of lens. Yeah. Ben at Dark Commission, yeah, and a Golden Demon guy, but as amazing as he is, there is always a bigger fish or better one out there. I think Andy's work is great. Like I said, and I got a chance to meet him while I was in the UK. Him and Henry. Henry does Cult of Paint, and I believe the two of them are doing classes and such together. So yeah, funny dudes, great dudes. Enforcer. So Kris, does your mustard brush painting come out good? I know Quirk asked last time. No, the mustard brush? No, I didn't do any of the mustard brushing. Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah. Ben Ellis and Kris. Just remembered the other models are by Inside Out Miniature Painting. Oh, okay. Inside Out, that's the company name? Inside Out? I'm not familiar with Inside Out. And the thing is too, and this is not a critique of anybody's painting or anything like that, although it kind of is, but I find that with artists who use heavy amounts of airbrushing, it's hard to separate whose painting's whose, because airbrushing it has a very uniform kind of appearance to it. Anybody who is airbrushing competently, you can't tell anybody else. You can't tell the style, It's very, very hard. Now, mind you, though, well, even no, sometimes even like, for example, like Den of Imagination and Awakened Realms, sometimes they borrow heavily from each other as far as like certain looks are concerned. And I don't know if that's on purpose or if that's maybe this one customer who bought stuff from them and the same customer bought stuff from them and he wanted a particular look. And so maybe he pushed that side-by-side appearance to everything. I don't know. But yeah, I just find with airbrushing, when models and artists are airbrushing heavily, you can't tell. You can't tell who painted it, right? The artist's soul is not ingrained into the brushstroke, as it were. Whereas, you know, artists who are heavy into their brushstroke, you can see the character behind it. Oh, thank you, honey.
Do you have a coaster?
Yeah, right. Yeah, thank you.
Some.
You spilled some. I finally got restocked with some coffee here. Thank you, honey.
All over the nice floor.
Do you want to say hi to everybody?
No.
Why not?
I'm good.
You're good as far as not saying hi to everybody? That's kind of rude. That's rude. My daughter's rude. Ben Ellis, come to think of it, I still need to glue the tech priest to the back of the warlord. Oh, cool. Homabado! Holy carmolies, Homabado is such a fun name to always say. Homabado. Homabado. Yes, made it on time. Long time no see, guys. Welcome, Homabado. Welcome. Things have changed a little bit. Wayofthebrush.com is a thing. Visit wayofthebrush.com. It's a thing now. Probably since the last time you visited. Man. Been a while since I've read that name. Homabado. It's always fun to say the name. Anyway. G squared. I'll bet mustard covers in one coat. It might. It might. Papa Bear 1958. What are your recent thoughts on handles for holding the model while you paint? Pill bottle, I'll assume, and blue tack, Citadel handle, wooden dowel. Well, lately I've been doing a lot of cork because I pin the model and then I've been doing, you know, so I can paint it, airbrush it, whatever, right? So it's a lot of cork, but I also have my handles, which, yes, I know a lot of you guys are screaming at the screen right now. Kris, you need to make more. And yes, I do. I need to make more. And yeah, so I use mine. This is a custom made. This is the steady hand grip. Steady hand grip because, you know, it's got a good grip and it'll hold any size of base. Almost any size of base. Holds, you know, everything from 25 mils to 30s to even to larger bases. Even a dreadnought size. You can tack this side, whichever one, you know. And yeah, and I like... My hands are not huge, but I've got kind of bigger hands, and so I like to hold things in a very relaxed kind of state. Do I have a Citadel holder here? No, I do not. And I'm just not a big fan of, like, for example, holding something like this and holding it like that. I'm not very comfortable holding something like that. And with the Citadel one, you can kind of hold it like this, which is not bad. And, you know, so it kind of has like a teardrop shape to it, which is, you know, fairly organic and, you know, but it's a hard plastic and it's not grippy enough, you know. I like having a grip, you know what I mean? Like, and so like I have gnarled edges on these things here, so you can grip it, right? And in fact, this is actually the master is it's a 3D master, and so I just cast these myself. Yeah, but I mean, otherwise I would use like well, I don't have mine. This is my other brush soap, but I'd use my brush soap containers. I just put a little tack on top, stick the model on, bang, I'm done. Paint pots, the old style paint pots didn't want the screw top lids. It's the only things they were good for was holding models. Because they had like that textured Citadel logo inside them, so they actually provided a bit of grip for you to hold onto. I'm about grip. I'm about holding onto it, being comfortable, and grip. That's what I'm about. So, yeah. Ben Ellis. Illustration airbrushes are full of feeling, but they are something very special. I love looking at their work. Yes, illustration artists who are using the airbrush, yeah, because you can see their brushstroke. Now, yes, there's a set number of brushstrokes, but I mean, there's even regular paintbrushes. There's a set number of strokes, and it's all in the style, right? And unfortunately, because miniatures are so small, and because we don't really do a lot of precision work with the airbrush, so it's very broad strokes, and so, you know, they all pretty much look the same, right? And, you know, even color choices. Some artists, you know, stick to a certain palette, and so you can kind of tell their style, but usually it's all in the bristle brush, because with our canvases being so small, that's where you can really see the artist's stroke. Whereas, you know, like pictures like from Giger, he was heavy airbrushing, but you can tell his style and you can see his brushstroke because his pieces were so large that, you know, that's how he packed so much detail into them. It's because the pieces he was working on were so big. Anyway, Reziel, I actually took 2 caps from a Dr. Pepper bottles, mass taped them together at one end, and then worked really well for single model grips. Bigger stuff, I use bigger lid. Dark Commission, for 28mm scale, I use my P sample bottles for the bust scale models. I've graduated into vitamin D containers. Why buy what you can make? Oh, man. Ghost of Starman. Kris's handles are very good. I won one in a comp a while ago, and it has served me well ever since. So there you go. Ring an endorsement from Ghost of Starman Deluxe about my handles. And I know there's a few monkeys out there who have used my handles as well. I don't know. You guys seem to be okay with them, right? Enforcer Kris, you gotta firmly grasp your handle. Reese Taylor, I find the Citadel holders with certain models, you can't get into certain points with your brush because of the size of the holder. Well, the other problem I have with the Citadel one, and there's a couple other holders, that, like, anything with moving parts is prone to failure. You know what I mean? Like, eventually that spring is going to let go, right? Because every time that spring is under tension and then relaxes, tension, relax, that puts wear and tear on the metal. And the metal will fatigue over time. Not right away, but over time. But I guarantee you, when that finally fatigues and gives out, is going to be that time that you're working on a really great looking model. You're spending a lot of time freehanding something and blending, glazing, whatever. You're spending a lot of time on, and all of a sudden that spring will just all of a sudden just one day let go, and that model's going to fall, impact, and you're going to scream, you know, bloody murder, and, you know, that's unfortunate. Whereas if something's really simple, you know, simple things are not prone to failures, like man-made failures, right? So it's like, you know, simply using a pill bottle. It's blue tack. You know, it doesn't get any simpler than that. And I like simple. I like simple solutions. I'm a simple kind of guy. Because simple is, you know, because the more complex a system becomes, the more prone it is to failure. It's very true of almost any aspect in life. The more complex something becomes, the more prone it is to failure. And painting is the same way. Keep your painting simple. Keep your tools simple. You know, don't overcomplicate things. Because, yeah, it'll fail. Where am I? Ryan Owen, I miss Giger. I miss Giger too. He was a fantastic artist. And a visionary. And often imitated. Paul 0132, spray paint cap with blue tack all day. Sure, right? You know, yeah. I don't have anything good examples here other than like mine. Well, even like these little plinths and stuff like that. Like these are good painting handles. Mind you, though, you'd wear it down, but I mean, it's more for display purposes. But you know, yeah. Some people have often. Oh, yeah. I gave a bunch of these to Lee one time, and he used them for the bases of pillars for scenery. If you've ever seen any of the mini wargaming bat reps where there's the big Romanesque columns. If you look at those columns, you'll see that that the base of those columns are these, and because he wanted some, because they look like the base of a column. And that's what it should be, right? Yeah. Clayton Tate, I won a large GW base holder at a charity tournament in a raffle afterwards. I won nothing else. The holder cost me $80, but all the charitable donation. Win-win. Cool. Dark Commission, the Citadel spring will break. You'll shout and upset the wife who will go to work. Make a typo before you know it. The tanks are rolling into Baghdad. Exactly. It's like a whole butterfly effect thing. It's just like, it's a chain of events. It all just goes sideways on you. So make the right decision. I don't even know what I was talking about there. I was talking so long on a point that I even forgot what my point initially was. Anyway, let's do another email because we can, and because, holy crap, we only got 12 minutes left of the show. So, let's do another email. If you're wearing headphones, turn them up or down because here it comes. Email time. Email time. Oh, we're done. This one is from our good buddy Zach, aka Eldar Lamborghini. I've attached a few pictures of the Tau battlesuit I've been working on from start to finish. Planning on making the 8 Commander Farsight's legendary team of battlesuits. Lord of War choice, that's about 1,000 points. CNC is always appreciated. Cheers, Zach, aka Eldari Lamborghini. And so, here's his conversion. Here's a conversion, right? Looks like a very light prime. Let me adjust the cameras here. There we go. Now, anybody who's been on Way of the Brush Discord got to see Eldari posting about this character as he was working on it. But here we're going to go for the simplified version, a condensed version. Look at that. Look at that. See, he's using his master's brush soap as a holder. Just as I mentioned. Anyway, I really like the base. Has he got battle damage and stuff on him? He does too. Oh, it's going sideways on me. Ah, son of a beehive. I freaking hate when it does that. I don't know why it does that. I hate it. It annoys me. But anyway. Looks like a really good paint job. I like it. Nice and neat. Like the wear and tear. Have you ever tried pigments, Eldari? To achieve like dust effects like on the base and stuff like that. Go for that really fine dusting on the model. Have you ever tried that? Pigments before. I do have a bunch of videos on using pigments. So yeah. Just to go for that city dust kind of look. I don't know if I'd have went brown for the dust actually. Because there's no brown on the base. Like it looks like more like a puddle on the base, whereas more gray. Whereas if you went with more gray dust, maybe it'd feel more like he smashed into this rock and kicked up all sorts of dust. You know what I mean? I'm not sure that the color conveys that sense. Like it looks like he was somewhere else muddy and then jumped into here, which might be what you're going for. I don't know, but yeah, just a thought. Really good work on the scratches. Nice and neat. I like it. Oh, here's the before when he was working on the base. Really good work. I like it, dude. I like it. It's really cool. Now, are you getting this ready for any kind of competition, or is this just for you and just getting it done? I like the lens too. The lens is really good. But yeah, I think if you wanted to go for more of a dusty appearance, I think maybe busting into using pigments. Vallejo sells pigments. Forge World sells pigment. I was going to say Citadel, but it's Forge World. Forge World sells pigments. And then Secret Weapon, they have a wide variety of pigments, and their pigments are pretty darn good. I actually like their line of pigments. I really like Vallejo's. I haven't used the Forge Worlds, but I really like Vallejo's. Vallejo's are really good pigments. They're very, very fine. How you can spot good pigments is if you agitate the bottle while the pigment's just sitting there, and you open the lid, and it's like a smoky wisp of like the tendril of pigments floating in the air. That's a sign that they're very, 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 very fine pigment. It's just agitating it, just giving it a quick shake, or just just knocking it really hard, and it just agitates it so that the pigments just start floating in the air. That's a very fine pigment, because even very fine iron, right? If you can break down iron to that very fine a pigment, which you can make iron powder. You can make it so fine that iron will float in the air, right? And same with these pigments, because they're minerals, right? Pigments are just minerals, and yeah, that's how I always judge pigments, is if I can agitate it and I can see that little wisp coming out of the bottle, that's a fine pigment. So, yeah, that's often my my litmus test. So, yeah. Oh, where are we? Everybody enjoying? Oh, my battle! My ears are bleeding now. Thanks. I warned you. I warned you before the song came. Eldar, I can always get more dust. Yeah, I mean, you can always, like, you don't have to change anything on that. You can use the pigments and add to that effect and build a dusty appearance, because then you can kind of go for a layered effect with that brown and concrete, right? Because you can have, he was trudging around in dirt, and he's also in concrete dust, and stuff like that. Eldar, are those pigment videos in the vault? Yeah, they're in Mini Wargaming's vault. I assume you're still a vault member, I assume. Yeah, if you just type in, most likely if you just typed in pigment, I believe, it should immediately bring you to there. Let me see here. Let me type it in right now. Not pigment, pigment. A pigment. I want a pigment. Tastes like pigment. Yeah, it looks like I've got, for tarnishing metal, weathering powders. Yeah, it looks like I got there's 12 videos here. There's even one on making your own. I believe that one was done by Austin, I believe. Yeah, I've got Orc Flyer, weathering, dust. But the usage, like how I use them, are all pretty much the same. I even have one for Orky Tires doing pigments. Moss on a Necron. Ancient bronze. Brass. Here, let's go here so you guys can see. So yeah, I've got a bunch of videos here on pigments. 12 videos. One of them here seems to be done by Chung. I think it was when he was doing a live video. And then down on the bottom, there's one making your own. I believe that's done by Austin. Yeah, Austin shows up in the tag, so it's got to be done by Austin. And yeah, so yeah, just type in pigment and you should get a bunch. And how I apply them, there's really only 2-3 ways how I apply pigments. And you just vary the technique and effect for how what you're doing, but essentially it's all the same. So it's not hard using. All you need is either alcohol or mineral spirits and the pigment and an old brush. I often use a synthetic brush, just because if I'm stippling it on, I'm just beating it into the surface of the model. Yeah, I'm beating it. So yeah, check those out, man. What time we have? 4 minutes left of the show. I got one more email to do. Taking a sip of my coffee. So yeah, let's jump into this email. This one is from Disco Duke. Is this from Disco Duke? I believe so, right? Dave, right? Whoops, Wrong one. There we go. Sorry if that sound blasted for a second there, but you know I messed up. I fat fingered the buttons. Anyway. Hi, Kris and the monkeys. Was great to meet you at Warhammer World a couple weeks back. It was great meeting you, Disco. I've not started the goblins I bought. Oh yeah, you bought some. Yeah, because we were walking around the store for a bit, and you bought the little 6-pack of goblin duders. I've tried not to start any new projects till I finish a few off. So that being said, here's my completed Hero Quest set. I've added a few more minis from the standard set. You'll see some ghosts and some living statues in the first pick. The last pick is a few of the new characters I've done. There is an Undertaker that does double damage against undead, an undead dwarf, a crusader who's a tank in defense, and finally a ritualist who has the ability to summon spirits to fight for her. Anyway, hope I get to catch the show, but if I don't, I'll sure be watching it on playback. Disco Duke. So let's have a look at his Hero Quest set. And look at this stuff. Look at this. See that? That's a gargoyle. This is Abomination. This is brilliant. Anybody who's ever watched that guy's video, he's hilarious. Anyway, let's move the. Can we move the picture? But no, I can move this about. Here we go. Optimized. So here's his Hero Quest set. Really good stuff. Really fun. Love the old school look of the models. That's a gargoyle. This is brilliant. This is an abomination. Did you do some non-metallic metal on the Chaos Warriors axes? Is that a slight transition I'm seeing on those blades? Oh, look at the orc on the left, far left over there. Now, like, okay, I'm looking at this. Now, are we seeing an evolution of painting? Is that what we're getting here? Is we're seeing an evolution of your painting style? Because I'm going to assume it took you a bit to get this all painted. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, really good stuff. I like. And the fact that you've got a fully painted Hero Quest set. Oh, we even dotted the I's. Excellent work. I like the wizard. I was using the wizard during Ash's campaign. We did a bunch of Hero Quest videos over on Ash's channel. Ash's channel is being Guerrilla Miniatures Gaming. Really good stuff. Holy carmoles! Look at these characters. Oh, I like Buddy with the horns and the goat feet. Goat. He's a goat. Really cool. So wait, so these other ones, are they supposed to be spirits or are they just monsters? I can't remember. But at any rate, really nice work. Love the dude with the lantern in the back. The goat guy, I just like. He's a goat. He's a chaos goat. Goat boy. Oh man, I'm tired. Oh, I just got an email from GW. From GW. Advertising their Shadowspear. Look at this thing. Look at that. This is brilliant. This is an abomination. Don't even know what this is. I like how the psyker, he's just like thinking hard. Oops, I clicked the link. Damn it. No, it took me to the site. I don't want to go to the site. The best battle box ever? That's what Games Workshop is asking. Is it the best battle box ever? Is it the best battle box ever? Have you ever seen? Is it? Time will tell, apparently. I kind of dig it. I like it. I like all the chaos stuff, man. Does that Chaos Warrior with the with the Gatling gun, is he in there? He's not in there. He must be coming out later. Oh, I was kind of hoping that the Gatling gun guy was in there. Boo earns. Okay, never mind. This is all rubbish now. That guy with the Gatling gun's not in here. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And yeah, I mean the flying dudes. with the big guns. I mean, sure. The sniper dudes actually look really cool. And I like that, they're not just scouts with like partial armor, that they're these Reaver guys with, the, I don't know, tactical armor, I guess. Special forces type armor. I don't know. But either way, really, really cool. So I want to thank everybody for sending me emails, and keep those emails coming in. I'm all caught up on emails. I'm all caught up. So keep the emails rolling, because like I said before, if I don't get emails, I'll just do a short show. And, I would totally pull a dad move like that. That'll just, you guys don't send them in. I won't do it. I'll turn the car around. We'll all go home. So if you don't send emails, I'll turn the car around. So simple as that. G squared, thanks for the deafening. Saleswoman from hell scared the crap out of me. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. I fat fingered the buttons. Damn, it happened again, Homobato. Enforcer, the broadsword. Disco Duke, thanks, Kris. Yes, it's probably an evolution of painting, as it's taken me ages to finish. Probably about 12 months. Yeah, because I can kind of see different styles, and some of the models look like some were finished with a bit more contrast, like you were kind of finding your voice, as it were, as you were painting some of the models. And so yeah, it's very kind of it was really kind of interesting. I like that. I like seeing that kind of stuff from you guys, like when you guys show me like your old stuff, and it's just really fantastic. I like seeing the evolution of you guys, and you guys progressing as painters. I like seeing that. It fills me with a bit of inspiration that that maybe I had some small part to play in your evolution as a painter. And yeah, it fills me with a tiny bit of pride. Not too much, but a tiny bit. Enforcer, Kris, sadly, no Gatling gun Marine is coming out later set, supposedly. Damn, that sucks. Disco Duke, the 3 blue spirits at the end were ghost hints. Oh, okay, cool. That's very cool. Even Dark Commission approves of your stuff. I approve your stuff, Disco. It was awesome. It's awesome work. I like it. And the fact that you got a fully completed, thing. Hero Quest box. That's nothing to scoff at. I mean, so many people out there. I'd love to get like Blackstone Fortress. I'd like to get the box set because the models in it are really, really cool. But man, there's so many models. I'd have to paint them all, and I'd have to paint them. I would have to paint them. I would have to. And I just, I don't know. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for sending in emails. Keep the emails rolling in. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. And, for anybody else out there, if you're a commission painting service or artist, you want to drum up some extra exposure, you just need some help with your color scheme, or, you just want to show off what you're working on, send it to Kris@miniwargaming.com. It's in the description below, as well as a link to wayofthebrush.com. It is the central hub of all this silliness. Join us there. It's got the links to all the social medias, the Instagrams, Twitter, and Facebooks. Also Discord. Discord's been a big one. So join us on Discord. We post in there all the time. We have created a really fun little community. And I think a lot of us have become friends. And so I think that's just fantastic that, we are a nice, closely knit little group of monkeys. We're kind of like gorillas in the mist. We're just kind of trudging through the minutia of the internet, and we all somehow found each other. That sounds kind of corny. It sounds a bit like kind of like some sort of Hallmark movie or something. But maybe you never know. Maybe at some point they'll make a Hallmark movie about our story, how we all found each other. I don't know. Wayofthebrush.com also has links to t-shirts. You want to support the cause? Show that you are a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world. They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt, because it's like putting on a pair of glasses. Like right now, you think, oh, he looks like a calm, sane person. Puts on the glasses. My God, man, that man must be able to split atoms. His brain is huge. I need to get a sample of his DNA so that we can clone him and make 1,000,000 of him. Because his brain. I don't know. So, that's what the t-shirt is. The t-shirt is that. Glasses, super smart. Wade the Brush shirt. You look like, you know, a damn good painter. They're like, yeah, that guy knows his stuff because he's wearing Wade the Brush shirt. Surely, he must know things. Surely. And of course, if you purchased a shirt, send me a picture of yourself in your shirt and I will add it to my monkey shrine, which is also on the site. Because why not? And I just love, you know, showing you guys and, you know, and so as this community grows and we have fun and learn and have some laughs and occasionally fling poo, you know, that's what it's all about. It's all about connections. It's all about connecting. It's all about life, love, happiness. And we all want to do and make things that make us happy. And that's what we love this Hobbies, because it makes us happy. It allows, we have busy lives in school and, you know, family, and, you know, we got to take care of those things. And so we get sometimes an hour, 2 hours, if we're lucky, to sit down and enjoy some painting. And that's what all we want to do. And so thankfully some of you guys are listening to me while you're doing your hobby time. And I think that's really awesome. WadeTheBrush.com. I'm still doing my ending spiel here. WadeTheBrush.com also has links for the patron. Patron support has been fantastic. A lot of these upgrades and, you know, website itself wouldn't be possible without patron support. And so a big thank you to them. Always my gratitude, patrons. I also try and do the patron paint along. We put that a little bit on a stop till after Adepticon, just because it's just kind of busy. And so, yeah, but we'll be doing patron paint along soon enough. And of course, that's, you know, something I do just for the patrons, just to show my appreciation for their efforts and their contributions. And, you know, so big thank you for them. And of course, if you're considering supporting by Patreon, I only ever charge per episode of Way of the Brush, and I only do Way of the Brush every Saturday for every month. So, you know, depending upon the month, it depends on how many Saturdays it has. You can figure out how much, you know, you possibly can contribute if you're feeling like that. And if you're not able to contribute monetarily, of course, you can always thumb up, like the video, follow, subscribe, be sure to click the bell, and share this video whenever people are asking, hey, you know, who shows you how to paint and where's a good place to learn some tips and, you know, some information. Share the video, you know, that always helps as well. So again, and all it is a couple clicks of a button, and, you know, you've helped me out a great deal. So again, thank you for everybody out there for watching, tuning in. Oh, geez, Louise, almost forgot. Thank you to Guy Mayer Alfer, aka Carl, aka Beer and Blood Bowl. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out, Beer and Blood Bowl. If you love yourself some beer and you love yourself some Blood Bowl, check out Beer and Blood Bowl with Guy Mayer Alfer, aka Carl. For creating, we always say thank you to him for creating the email jingle that blew out some people's eardrums today. That's my fault. That's an audio thing. But that's why I always warn you guys. So, you know. And for anybody who's new to the show, yeah, we go off on tangents and talk crazy crap. And so, and sometimes we talk painting and talk wargaming and talk, you know, theory and what have you. Sometimes we talk a little bit of art. Sometimes we talk craziness. Sometimes Kris fills you in on his opinions. as odd as that might be. And so, yeah. So again, thank you all for tuning in. I think that's it. Is that the usual ending thing? Is that it? I should have a list. I should have a ending script. I should just start reading it from now on, just so I don't sidetrack myself. But yeah. So don't forget, for anybody attending Adepticon, that is this month in a couple weeks. There are still spots for my class. It is later in the evening, so who knows what kind of silliness we'll get into, but it will be kind of like this, where basically, you know, you attend live and you ask your questions and I'll demonstrate it live. I'll answer your questions because, you know, there's a lot of information rattling around in this big old noggin of mine. And, you know, I'm not sure what's there until you ask me. And, you know, I can pretty much demonstrate just about any technique I think that's out there. So, you know, and of course, I've made many videos on various subjects in Mini Wargaming's Vault, answering a lot of these questions. But some of you guys don't want to do the Vault. Some guys can't stand the Vault. Some guys don't know about the Vault. That's where a massive portion of my work is. 1,000 videos, just quick tips alone. What was it? 1,020, I think. 1,020 quick tips. It's a huge wealth of information, a repository of knowledge. So you'd be a fool not to take advantage of that. You'd be a fool. A fool! I tells you. A fool. Yeah, I'm done. We're done here. This is just me rambling now. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you, and I will see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys next. I always have to double check. Oh, wait. Do I got plans next weekend? Yeah. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you, and I will see you guys next week. Maybe. Unless, of course, we get swallowed up into a large singularity or something like that. And just get crushed into tiny little atoms. Okay, now that the suckers have cleared out, I'm going to go check out Captain Marvel. I'm going to go check that out later. So, I'll see you guys later. I was going to jump onto Discord, but I'm not going to really have time, so I kind of got to get ready right now and everything. And so, but I will see you guys later. Usually we jump over to Discord after the show, you know, for a little bit of post Way the Brush chat. Not for me. Feel free, everybody else, jump in there and, you know, chat up a storm if you want. But yeah, Captain Marvel. I don't know. A lot of talk about Captain Marvel right now. I don't. Is it unfounded? Like, is it a big deal? I don't really care. Like, I don't understand. You know. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous to me. A lot of this stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go home, go feed your fish, pet a cat, go walk an old lady across the street. Do something positive. I don't know. I'm getting the hell out of here. Let's go enjoy the rest of this Saturday. Let's get some painting done or something, for God's sakes. Just get something done.